Vanakkam Makkale, happy to welcome you all to my next video on this Dreamcatcher weavings. I have two types of weavings for you today. First one is the basic weaving and next one is the spiral one. Before going into the weaving techniques, I just wanted to convey you guys the things which we can use from our household to do these rings. The first thing is the wreath ring. I'll show the making of this in my next video. Next one are the plastic hoops. Plastic hoops are nothing but any plastic cutouts from the cap of any container. Example, paint containers. The next one, we have the basic rings. These basic Dreamcatcher rings are available online. Next one is a simple embroidery ring. So we have even bangles here. Bangles are used for smaller version of Dreamcatchers like keychains. Next one is a ring which I cut it out from a cardboard box. So these are all some of the cutouts which we can use it for rings from our day-to-day lives. Above all, it is cost friendly and it also gives a very great look. With further no delay, let's go to the procedure. Here I've taken an embroidery ring and some wool, a needle, this is actually my little bead box here. I have some black beads for today. I've taken a scissors, the same sharp scissors. So okay, I'm actually taking a part of wool here, tying a knot. This knot should be firm, and this is the basic knot which is falling on the ring. If this knot is firm, the pattern stays firm. As you can see, I am actually securing the knot once again. I'm taking the wool, taking it under the ring, pulling it tight. Keeping this firm actually makes your pattern clear. So I'll tell you guys once again. Putting my wool under, placing it in the right place and pulling it out firmly. This actually keeps your pattern neat and clear. At the start, this may be a little confusing, but with practice, you will be able to do it as perfectly as me. Just make sure you have equal gaps between your first knot and your second knot. The other thing you should make sure is pulling the thread firmly. As you can see, my string is so firm that it gives you clear patterns. Use your full strength to pull the thread tight. The gap between each knot should at least be from 5 centimeters and maximum up to 6 or 7 centimeters to have a clear pattern. This sizing is suggested for a bigger ring, and if suppose you're taking a bangle or something, you can actually make it up to 2 centimeters to 4 centimeters of gap, which will actually make your design look more accurate and clear. So here I am to my last weaving. Here is my last line of weaving. I changed my whole wool bundle to a needle. Take some amount of wool which would be needed. I've taken here 1 meter of wool. So I'm securing it. So I'm putting it under the first tunnel and again into the last tunnel. I'm taking it out to make a knot. This actually secures your weaving pattern. Pulling it firmly gives you a clear and accurate pattern. So next let's go to the second level of weaving. Again I'm putting it inside the tunnel, taking it under the thread, pulling it to the center and tightening it firmly. So I'm telling you again, putting it under the tunnel, under the thread, pulling it firmly and pulling it to the center. I've actually shown you guys a little slow here so that it would be easy to understand. If you continue the same pattern till the end, you actually complete your basic weaving pattern. So it's as simple as that. I'll tell it to you guys once more. Put it inside the tunnel, pull it under the thread, pull it out firmly. I've slowed down more to show you guys. At the start it may be confusing. Anything with practice gives you clear result. As you can see, the basic weaving is fabulous. Whenever I start doing my basic weaving, I just get lost in my weavings. It is actually a great thing to do. So tada, I've completed the last lane. Okay, people get confused with this only a lot. You have two threads here, right? Put it under the thread, pull it up. So you're putting it in between of the thread and pulling it tight, which gives you a star shape. So continue your weaving. Now you've got this shape. For clearer view, I continued the weaving in a slow process. This is how the end result looks. I took my little bead box, placed a little black bead to the center. So I am making a knot with the bead. To secure the bead, I am making a knot. Take your needle out of any hole near to the bead. Leave some thread behind so that you can secure it as a knot. So I again flipped it over and again left my needle into another ring near to it, and I took it under the thread, under the loop which we had made. Pulled it tight so that it would actually make a knot. So I'm done with my knot. I'm actually making it more secure. Making another knot with the bead, which will actually tighten up your bead, and you have less chances of the bead coming out. I'm cutting out the extra thread. So I cut out the thread, and this is how my final dream catcher looks like. Moving on to my second spiral weaving. Make the basic first pattern weaving as we showed for the basic pattern. So leave your first tunnel, move on to the second tunnel, put your thread under and pull it up. This time it is not to the center, it is to the corner. So move to your next tunnel, leave that tunnel and go to the third tunnel, pull the thread under, not to the center, to the corner. So leave your third tunnel, move on to your fourth tunnel, leave it under, pull it up, pull it to the corner. Leave your fourth tunnel, move on to your fifth tunnel, put it under, pull it up and to the corner. For this I actually took a lot of thread. First I started with 3 meters of thread. Actually this took me about 6 to 7 meters of thread for proper completion of this big ring. If you guys are taking a smaller ring, mostly 4 meters of thread would be more than enough. So I've come to my last tunnel. This might be a little confusing. So here I've actually taken, you have through threads here at my first tunnel. Pull the thread actually over both the tunnels and pull it to the end. You get some design like this. So up to 7 threads, I did not do any change in my weaving. So I have 7 strands here. Up to my 7 strands, I didn't do any kind of change in my weaving pattern. After my 7th strand, I put my needle under the first strand and pull my thread. This actually gives you a spiral pattern. Leave it under the first strand, pull it tight. Leave it to the first strand, pull it tight. As you can see, this might be a little confusing at the start, but with practice you would do great. I moved on to the second strand. After your 7 basic pattern weaving, you have to move on to the second, third, fourth, fifth, which results you in a spiral. As you can see, I made it in and out, in and out, in and out. Follow your pattern carefully. after one whole hour, and my result was this. I was pretty much happy with my spiral weaving. This pattern is actually a little time consuming, but it gives you great results. So for this, from my bead box, I took a white bead. Same securing technique as I showed you for the first one. I thought white would match better. Coming to the securing part of the bead is the same way as for the basic weaving. Because of the spiral weaving, I had to secure the bead a little tighter so that it doesn't come out and it actually lasts a long time. After securing the bead, the final result was awesome. So here's my final spiral dreamcatcher web. Nandri Makkale, thank you all for watching. Until my next video, this is Prerna signing off from Prerna's Imaginations.